the questions and the answers. Senator Nancy Green-Rain.
I think my question is quite simple. I would like to hear what you heard from witnesses as to a reason why it would be good to have the age limit of prohibition be 18.
That's the principle of precaution, and Senator Dupuy has mentioned it. The science is not absolutely conclusive on the impact of cannabis on one individual. It depends of, I will put it in general terms, of the DNA of the person. It depends of the weight. It depends of the propensity you might have to psychotic tendencies or family background and whatnot. The science has not been conclusive for a very specific reasons, because cannabis was illegal and the scientific community was not free to conduct its studies. So there is an uncertainty on the impact of the, as Senator Dupuy has mentioned, on the impact of science at many levels. And the approach taken by the Psychiatric Association is more or less, and this is not an argument they have used, but it's me who put it on the table, the theological approach. If you think that you're going to sin, better not try. So the same more or less with the doctor. If you think it might be dangerous, better avoid consuming it or using it. So that's the approach that they adopt, the precautionary approach, that since a youth could be affected under the age of 21 because his brain development is not completed, well, better to refrain than to consume cannabis if you don't want to have some kind of sequels on your overall health, mental health and capacity. And I refer to you to the testimony that we had from Dr. Irgartua that we heard, and we refer to it in the minutes of the report.
Thank you, and I understand all that, and I agree with that precautionary principle. But what I'm interested in hearing is, did you hear anybody saying it is good or we should do it at age 18? I don't know where the age 18 came from, because it's there, and
well,
we're sort of now having to amend it.
Came from the consensus that there is generally in the society that when you are 18, you have the right to vote, you have the right to marry without the consent of your parents, you have the right to sign under your name a contract, you can have a driving permit. I mean, there is a lot of, I should say, permission, quote unquote, that is given by society in various domains, whereby we presume that an individual at 18, from 17, 364 days, you are immature. And then the next day you are totally mature and your judgment is perfect, as much as any adult of 30, 40, or 50 years of age. We have not really investigated, to answer your question, that aspect, but I presume that the fact that the government has offered the provinces to determine themselves that the access to cannabis, the age to have legally access to cannabis in the province, is probably to leave the province to make their own judgment in relation, as I say, to the level of maturity of a person to make that decision.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.